Alright, welcome back to Ark. We're here on the island. Today we're going to do a little tutorial video. We're going to show you how to find all of the artifacts you need to fight the Megatherium. This is going to be a pretty fun one. You got to have some underwater creatures to get all of these. I'd recommend the Thylacoleo for one of the caves. And the other cave, Baryonyx works fine. But let's start off with the one in the water. We'll do the hardest one first. This is going to be the Caverns of Lost Faith. And we'll catch up once I get over to the coast and we can go down underwater and get to it. We'll be there in the blink of an eye. Alright, see, that didn't take very long. We're already here. Now, I recommend taking a Basilosaurus into any cave, like any of the underwater caves. They're by far the best underwater creature because you don't get dismounted whenever you get stung by those jellyfish. We're gonna need scuba gear and a mask. You don't have to get a high level Basilosaurus, but definitely get one. Like you see up in the top right there, I got the two fits bumping. That means I bred up a new one. So like if you can find some at least level like 30 or 40s, and then grind out to like level 100 or so, then the underwater caves aren't too bad. I mean, you can still get overwhelmed with alphas and stuff, but they're doable at that point. The Bassies have so much health. Might have to run away a couple times, but you can do it. And they're the only creature I know of in the water that you don't get dismounted whenever the jellyfish sting you. So anytime you see these seaweeds underwater, that's going to be an indication that there's a cave nearby. Let's see if we can get through here. I know it's close. Oh yeah, here we go. It's right here. Make sure there's nothing around before I get off. And this is the Caverns of Lost Faith over here on the west side of the island. It's where the arrow's pointing is about right. And then the coordinates for this are 53.3 by 10.4. And inside here you will find the artifact of the Brute. And this is probably the most challenging artifact to get for the Megatherium. It's not too bad. It's the easier of the two underwater caves, I believe. But getting a Basilosaurus can be a pain. Going all around the island on a Baryonyx, because that's the only land creature that's all that good in the water at all. But so Baryonyx to Basilosaurus, go in the cave, or breed up a Basilosaurus, then go in the cave. Come out with mad loot. And now we're gonna fly over to the Upper South Cave and show you where you can find the artifact of the pack. So this one, the Upper South Cave, you find this cliff face just south of the redwoods, just down to the swamp. There's couple pathways leading out of the swamp up to it. They're pretty hard to find, but they're there. Like, there's one. I was going to try and knock down some of these trees so you can see, but we'll just fly it. Then you can if you're on the ground, you can just follow this path straight to it. And here it comes right here. But if you're coming in from the air, which you'll probably have a flying mount by the time you're ready for this kind of cave. Find the cliff, fly down. It's right here in the cliff face. It's not too bad. There's a friendly little iguanodon down here. If you see an iguanodon, it's probably safe to get off your dino, but look around just in case, because you never know. I recommend a Baryonyx for this one. On the map, it is... Let's see, it's actually pretty close to the tip. Well... Yeah, it's between the tip and the word me there on the map. I don't know why they can't put the triangle in the right spot. But you can see there, and the coordinates are... If you're gonna find it that way, 68.2 by 56.1. And this is not an early game cave. This one, you're going to need to get some decent gear. I'm pretty sure this is a cold one. Let me run in here real quick and double check. Yeah, it gets cold real fast. You got to have fur gear in there. And there's going to be a lot of insects. Whoa, that's a fun load. So this was the Upper South Cave. It has the artifact of the pack in it. It's probably the middle difficulty artifact to get for the Megapithecus fight. It's a pretty easy cave if you got the right gear, but you gotta have pretty decent baryonyx, you gotta be able to kill a lot of bugs, and you gotta know when to back out of a fight. Oh, there's that one spot where there's leeches, just leeches everywhere, so make sure you take some health tonics. Or maybe even just take a campfire with you to throw down and burn them off if you have to. But now we're gonna head up to... Pardon me, bird, I'm talking. Now we're gonna head up to the northeast cave. This one's actually the easiest cave to find. Like, this might be the first or second cave you ever find on the island. It's up on Carnivore Island, and we'll catch up as soon as we get there. Alright, we're up here at Carnivore Island now. As you can see, it's just completely covered in carnivores, hence the name. And this cave, what's it called? The northeast cave. It holds the artifact of the Devourer. It's up here on this side of the island, where this little tiny island and these old structures here. It's just right here. Let me wipe everything out real quick. Alright, that looks like everything close enough to come after me. Alright, now, this cave is extremely vertical. So the most important thing you're going to want here is a thylacoleo in case you fall off a cliff or get knocked off a cliff. You're going to minimize all that fall damage. And its coordinates are 14.7 by 85.4. And you can see me, the arrow's pointing right at it on that side of Carnivore Island. Up there at the top right of the map. It's not too cold in there. I don't think you need cold gear. You mostly just need a thylacoleo so you don't get knocked off. It's a pretty easy cave, really. The hardest part is getting in here and killing everything around you. Some people build structures around all the cave entrances in case they die or something, which is not a bad idea. If it's your first time playthrough, definitely do it. But this was the Upper North Cave containing the artifact of the pack. That there is all 3 artifacts for taking on the Megapithecus. So if the video helped you out or you enjoyed it, be sure to give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel out. If you want to see more Ark tips and tricks, be sure to subscribe. They don't come out too often, but there's always Rust or Ark content coming out every week. Every week at least one video coming out. So you can subscribe if you want to see more content. And with that, thanks for watching. Don't get eaten by a T-Rex or any other dinosaur or raptor. And we'll see you next time.